Now, today we turn our attention to Wisconsin in the United States, where a white supremacist named Chris Krug was caught on camera threatening a young black man's life with a firearm and repeatedly calling him the N-word. And guess what? All because he was asked to move his truck. Now, let's watch.
Again, what you just said? Look at him, y'all. He pulled his gun out of me. I ain't threatening. What'd I say? What'd I say to threaten you?
You were thinking of my phone.
You ain't my... Help! Help! He got a firearm on me! Help! Help! What'd I say to threaten you? Help! He got a gun on me! Help! Help! I ain't threatening. You feel me? I didn't threaten anything, ma'am. He hopped out his truck and got to talking to me because I told him earlier his brother to move his truck from in front of my house. I said I have to explain to you why I want your truck from in front of my house.
You don't need a gun.
Ma'am, should I have to explain to him why I want his truck from in front of my house? He's talking about his public property. Man, you better get your on. I ain't threatening shit. You putting your gun out on me. Then he just called me a nigga and shit. Say what you said again. Say what you said. Say it again.
You got two
say the word you said again.
My face after
say the word you said again. Say it again.
Dash cam after
say it
again.
Face. What you just say?
You call me a
dash cam. I'm walking, bro, going to the park.
After you got
I told your brother to move his truck from in front of my house. I shouldn't have to explain.
Public property.
Ma'am, should I have to explain it why I want his truck moving in front of my house?
No.
My point exactly.
The roads are public.
But hey, I had some stuff coming.
Okay.
That's what she don't get. I had some stuff coming.
I get it.
You don't understand. I had shit coming.
I get it.
She want to tell me about some shit. You feel me? Go on with all that racist shit. And then you walking up on me with a gun. Where you going? Go. You calling me niggas and shit.
I only
Come on, man. Come on, say it again. Up there, you say it again. Say it again. I bet you won't say it again. Say it again.
You act like be a dinger.
You him? Oh my God! You hit this man.
Just like you're
hit this man. I'm going to the park, man.
I wasn't here, but that was on call.
Hey, then you hear him? You hear him, ma'am? Hey, I will have you out of here. Hey, ma'am, ma'am. Right, she got mixed kids, and you sitting there calling me, huh? That's what I am.
You down there,
man. I walked down there and told you, hey, look, listen to him.
Take it down for a minute. You got my brother down
I
there
ain't getting
when
his
I was
face
fucking
shit.
sleeping.
Oh, my mama ain't getting on my dead mama grave. I
street.
came down here and told him, can you move? Because he in front of my mailbox. I got shit coming. I had something coming, ma'am. You can't park in front of, if I told you to move, I don't have to explain. That's just like me coming to hang in front of your house. What you gonna say? Can you move him in front of my house, ain't you?
Yeah.
Is you gonna let me hang in front of your house?
No.
Yeah,
my point exactly.
That's not how it happens.
Man, like I said.
That's not how it
like
happens.
I said.
That's not
now you.
But more than anything, what makes the story even more infuriating isn't just the raw violent racism on display that we're seeing, but it's how the police actually responded. Because instead of arresting the aggressor, the man waving the gun, they arrested both the victim and the perpetrator. And then, as if to add insult to the injury, they released a statement claiming the video was misleading. Now, let's break down what happened and why this is a textbook example of how America's so-called justice system continues to protect white supremacy. Now, it started as a simple everyday situation, right? A young black man parked his car in front of a house on a public street. A white man, later identified as Chris, didn't like it. Instead of doing what any normal person would do, maybe asking politely or calling parking enforcement if there was a real problem, Chris walked up on the young man with a firearm in his hand. And then came the words, the threats, the slurs. And that's what witnesses and the viral video captured Chris yelling. Now, this wasn't a misunderstanding. This was a threat, a racially charged, targeted, deliberate act of violence. And when police arrived, instead of immediately arresting the armed aggressor, the man who issued death threats and used a racial slur, they arrested both him and the black victim. The victim. And shortly after, police issued a statement calling the viral video misleading, suggesting that they were details the public didn't see. But here's the thing. We've seen this movie before. Every time a white person commits an act of racial violence, the system continues to bend over backward to protect them. But when it's a black person, no matter how innocent, the system finds a way to criminalize them, right? And if a black man had walked up to a white man's car and pulled out a gun and shouted racial slurs, he would not have made it to the police station alive. You know that. He would have been shot on sight, or at best charged with the brandishing a firearm and terroristic threats and resisting arrest. So this is what systemic racism looks like in real time. And let's not lose sight of the actual trigger of this entire incident, right? The black man who was parked on a public street, he was not trespassing. He was not violating any law. And the white man, Chris, had no legal authority to demand that he move. Yeah, sure. I mean, someone can politely ask their neighbor to move if they're expecting a package or a guest, right? But that doesn't give anyone the right to threaten someone's life over a parking space. And what we saw here was white entitlement in its rawest form. The belief that black bodies have no right to exist, even in public spaces, without white permission. And the sad truth is that the system has never needed black people to do something wrong. Existing has always been enough. This country loves to preach about freedom, justice, and democracy. But when it comes to black people, those values vanish. And I want to speak now, not as a journalist, but as a black South African woman watching this from across the ocean, right? Every time I see one of these stories out of America, I think about how white supremacy isn't just an American problem. It's actually a global system. When I see a white man in Wisconsin threatening a black man with a gun, I see the same mentality that justified colonialism here. The same arrogance that built apartheid, the same entitlement that still allows white-owned spaces like Orania to exist in our community today. This is not just a racist man. This is a system at work. And the most infuriating part is that America loves to pretend it's moved on. But the reality is it hasn't. The same hatred that killed Emmett Till in 1955 is still alive in 2025. And some will say, why are you covering this, right? It's just another racist in America. But no, it's not just another story. It's part of a pattern that black people around the world recognize it intimately. Because whether it's in Wisconsin, it's in Johannesburg, or London, or Paris, the system always finds a way to protect whiteness. And the only way to break that system is to expose it, to name it, and to refuse to accept it as normal. Now, I do believe that Chris should be in jail right now for stop, brandishing a firearm, issuing death threats, and using racial slurs. If the roles were reversed, a black man would have already been facing years behind bars. This is why Black America keeps saying no justice, no peace, because there is no justice in a system built to protect oppressors. And to those who say the video is misleading, no. What's misleading is the illusion that America is fair or free or just. This is not just about parking. It's not about one racist man. It's about centuries old war waged against black existence. And whether it's in America or anywhere else in the world, we will not be silent. Now, I'm Naledi Mfoloe reporting for EDNC in Johannesburg. Please, let's continue the conversation in the comment section. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Let's continue to engage. And while you're at it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That's it from me. Till we meet again, it is bye-bye for now.